How is Orisa going to fit into the meta that we have in Overwatch for Season 4? That is what we're going to be talking about today on Gaming in the Garage. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Gaming in the Garage. I am the Chivalrous Toaster here with
Dragon Warrior.
Today, we're going to be just giving a general overview of Orisa, what we've experienced playing with her in the PTR, and then we're going to be finishing off by talking about how we think she'll fit into the meta that we have currently, and what we like and what we dislike about this character. But let's get things started by talking about her abilities. So her first ability, I think, is called Fortify. What it is you hold your fist out, and then you take less damage. Mostly what I use this ability for is when my shield is gone, right as my shield is gone, as I'm waiting for that recharge to finish, before I can shoot it out again, I use this to sustain the damage. That's pretty much the best use that I've found for this.
That's Fortify. I use it if Bastion's holding down.
It's basically panic mode.
It is. I think you can use it a little more offensively, though.
Yeah.
If Bastion's holding a choke point, you can kind of pressure him a little bit by Fortify.
Yeah. Her second ability is Goal. That's I looked up. I went to the wiki, and it's the shield ability. They labeled it as a football net shaped shield. I think it's shaped sort of like a soccer net. You can shoot the shield out fairly far, and I think the best use, or at least what I've been using it for, is pushing. I'll shoot it instead of like Reinhardt right in front of you. That shield. What I've seen is a lot of people in the PTR do shoot it like right in front of them and just like stand behind it. But what I use it for, if they're not shooting down at you from like a slope, you can shoot it in between you and them, like in the middle somewhere. And if your team is smart and stays within the effective area of the shield and doesn't go where the enemy can shoot them, it's not as big as Reinhardt's shield. But if they stay within that, you can use it to push up. And if I had a coordinated team, it worked out fairly well. I think that's the best use for this ability.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
I did, but I didn't really get to push a payload very far, but I think a payload would be pretty good too.
Yeah. Or I think like protecting like a choke point on like a Hanamura.
With like Bastion or something. Right
in that doorway so they can't come through, so you can capture it.
Yeah.
That's what I would use this shield for. Her last ability, besides her ult, is called Halt, I think. It is a mini quote-unquote graviton surge. I call it more like a portable Roadhog hook, because that's how I use it more. I use it kind of to pull people towards me or to get people out of position. The best use I've found for this is either one, if you're just having fun in quick play, trying to pull people off the edge is probably the most fun I've had. I'll show a clip of me pulling a Genji off the gap on Hanamura. That was fun. I think it's Hanamura. I don't remember what map it is. And then the other thing that you could use this for is to pull people off ledges. You can use this to get people out of position when they're in a team fight. It doesn't work through shields. So if a Reinhardt has his shield up, you can't pull people through the shield. But
one quick amendment to that, it does work through an Orisa shield for sure.
But I was reading it doesn't. I don't think it works through Reinhardt's shield.
Okay.
But
I don't know about Winston.
The best use I've found is just to get people out of position. It doesn't have a very far range. Last but not least, her ult. Her ult is weird. It's another utility ult. It's a damage booster. I don't know how much damage it boosts. I don't think it damages the boost as much as like a mercy thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I'll try and look it up and throw it up on screen. It's very useful for team fights where you have one less person, a 4v5 team fight. That's where I've used this. Or a team fight where they don't have a Reinhardt, so they can't block your damage. Boom, this is a great use for this. It has a very decent range. I went into the test range to test it out. It goes pretty far. So you probably, if you pop it, you probably are never going to be in a situation where you'll lose that in mid-team fight while it's still up. Unfortunately, it can be damaged and destroyed. It doesn't have a whole lot of health. It takes a few shots and it's gone. So putting that like a teleporter in a place where they're less likely to find it is key, but it has a leash, so they'll be able to find it quickly. So it'll be how fast can they find it, or how fast you can kill them all, because it's easy to find it. Because there's big blue lights.
It looks like a squid, just
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
Hentai?
tentacles. Yeah, no.
You said it looks like a squid.
Yes, I said it looked like a squid. I didn't want to necessarily go that far with it, but if you want to picture that in your head, go for it.
It's a good ability. Like I said, it's mostly just a team fight thing. I've never just used this while I'm on my own. In fact, I would say the only way to waste this ability is to use it when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Using it just to boost your damage is a waste. Other than that, it's a very nice ability to have. Unfortunately, they did nerf it, so it takes a little while to charge, and I have found that it takes quite a bit to charge her ult.
It feels like kind of a longer one of those ults that just takes a while.
Yeah. So that's all of her abilities. Let's get into how we think she'll fit into the meta. Honestly, I think she's just going to take Roadhog's spot. Not like she replaces Roadhog. I don't think she'll replace him. I think while he falls out of the meta, while he's not getting picked as much, she'll just get picked instead.
I think that, yes, but I also think that she's going to be complementary to Reinhardt. I think that you're going to see a lot of plays where, especially payloads, where you see him and her.
Yeah. I think she'll be a good pick for any team comp that's running like Bastion.
Yep.
Which, with the buffs, he might get picked more. I don't really know in competitive. I haven't played a whole lot of Season 4 competitive. I've just done the placement matches. I don't think she will make a huge splash. Like a lot of people say. You go watch some people's videos and listen to, like, you go read some articles that they describe her like she's overpowered. But as soon as you play her, you kind of realize that she's not really overpowered. And it might be because we're playing the later PTR patch where she was nerfed. I don't know. But she just felt kind of like a decent tank. More like Roadhog, a damage-focused tank. Where she, like Roadhog, has these abilities to help the team, like either by keeping everybody shielded with her shield or by getting enemies out of position to be killed. She's focused on dealing damage. She's going to be a DPS tank.
Nope.
And now I think you'll probably see her get picked instead of Roadhog. Last, let's just talk about our opinions on this character. I'll let you go first because I think you've been more excited.
Be more positive than yours. I like Orisa. I used to be I wouldn't say tank player. I played Roadhog a lot. I played him sort of competitively, and I got pretty good with him. I could drop pretty good games, and he was my character that even if the game was going poorly for my team, I know I could switch on over to Roadhog and do pretty well. Well, more people started to play Roadhog, and I couldn't really keep up. These people played him more. I was playing Hanzo more, so I couldn't keep up with these people who were better than me, so I kind of stopped. So I haven't really played much of tanks. So when I heard about Orisa, I was pretty excited. Her abilities all sounded really cool. They do sound like they are kind of very similar to other characters' abilities in the game. But I do like the combination of them, and I do like the differences, that they are different than some of the other characters' abilities. But they are kind of similar at the same time. And I like the fact that she feels pretty powerful. When you play her, you can just tell that she can actually do quite a amount of damage. And one of the cool things that I like, the things that's really annoying when you're a DPS character, is when D.Va does her little thing and you're shooting at her, and sometimes you're just going and you're not thinking about it and you waste your whole clip. With this, you don't even have to care, because she'll sit there and just and you can just like, dude, I can outshoot you right here. I know I can keep shooting.
You can shoot. I read it was like 12 seconds. I don't know if it's 12 seconds. I didn't test this out, but it'll last longer than the defense matrix.
My opinion, basically, she's good, and I think she's going to be good, but she does have her shortcoming. What do you got to say?
I think it's just disappointing. I've been disappointed by the last two characters they've released. Not Anna, but Orisa and Sombra. I don't like the meta currently, and I think adding more tanks makes the problem worse for me personally.
I agree.
I enjoyed the solo carry.
Me too.
Meta that we had right as the game released. I know it wasn't fun for competitive because it was based on who had the better this character. It was Genji sometimes, it was Widowmaker often, and competitive play was who could do this better than those people.
Yep.
And now you can kind of run different team comps in terms of offensive heroes. Every game, though, for me, especially in competitive, ends up being 2 to 3 tanks with 1 to 2 support characters. Those support characters, one always being Lucio, the other most likely being Anna, and then if you have one offensive hero, it's always Soldier, and if you have 2, it's always Soldier and either like Pharah or sometimes just a random one that's not going to be very good. This just makes it's just adding to the thing that the community, I think the quick play, casual community does not like.
Me too.
Because even those games where I was being destroyed by a Widowmaker, I would get into another game as a Widowmaker and destroy people. It was fun to participate in. And in this meta, I understand that it's a lot more interesting for competitive play. And Blizzard likes that. Blizzard wants to give more to the competitive scene. I went into Orisa, playing as Orisa, being hopeful because I saw she was more of a damage dealer like Roadhog, who was probably my favorite tank as well. I just liked dealing damage. But after playing as her, she just seemed more like Reinhardt and Zarya mixed. She seemed like mostly a character that would protect a choke point or like get enemies out of position like Zarya would use her Graviton Surge for. She didn't seem like one of those characters where you could do a whole lot of damage. You could be carrying the team like I was hoping like Roadhog could.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was a little bit disappointed. I've enjoyed playing her. It's fun, but I think that it's just a new character, and I liked playing a new character. It's like playing a new character in Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends. When you play that new character, you have fun for a few hours, and then it gets old, and I think that's what Orisa is going to be for me, is I'm going to enjoy playing her for a little bit, and I'll play her a little bit when she is live. But I don't think, like Reinhardt or like Pharah or Lucio or Soldier, I don't think I'll come back to her time and time again.
Probably not.
Is that character that I play when we need a tank, an offensive hero, or support. That's all, guys. If you guys want to see more Orisa gameplay, we do have a video, a funny moments video. We'll leave a link to that. You can go check that out. We had fun making that. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys later.